their will in stone. They did not carve it into bronze, they did not bind it into scroll. They pressed it into every son before he learned to speak at all. Pietas, your debt to gods above. Pietas, your debt to those you love. Pietas, your debt to Rome herself before your own desires and wealth. Walk as the fathers walked, speak as the fathers spoke, bear what the fathers bore. The chain must never be broke. Mos Maiorum, the way of the elders. Mos Maiorum carries on. The wax face watches from the wall, the ancestor who heard the call, who bled beneath the foreign sky so you could live and wonder why. Gravitas, the weight you never shed. Gravitas, the burden of the dead. Gravitas, the stone behind your eyes that turns a boy to something wise. Walk as the fathers walked, speak as the fathers spoke, bear what the fathers bore. The chain must never be broke. Mos Maiorum, the way of the elders. Mos Maiorum carries on. The merchant in the marketplace, the senator with solemn face, the soldier standing in the rain, all hear the same unspoken name. Virtus is not merely brave, virtus is what lifts men from the grave. Fides is the bond that holds the world before the first sword is drawn or hurled. The cost, a Roman counts the battles lost and rises from the blood and clay to fight again another day. Dignitas, you wear it like a scar. Dignitas, it tells the world who you are. Dignitas, the armor and the cage, the inheritance of every age. Walk as the fathers walked, speak as the fathers spoke, bear what the fathers bore. The chain must never be broke. Mos Maiorum, the way of the elders. Mos Maiorum carries on. The fathers are watching. The fathers are watching. The fathers are watching. Roman doors. Before the first God drew his breath and spoke, before the priest could sell you fear to choke, the atoms fell through infinite dark space, colliding, binding, forming every face. No divine hand arranged the stars above, no Juno spite, no Venus ordering love. The thunderbolt is not a god's command, it is the world, and now you understand. Throw off the weight of heaven's heel, the universe is real, not wrath, not will, just matter in its motion. Not fate, not sin, just atom, void, and ocean. Rerum, Natura, the nature of all things, the truth that cuts the rope, that superstition strings. Rerum, Natura, no Tartarus below, no Elysium above, just the world we know. The fear of death is nothing, the gods have left us nothing. Rerum, Natura carries on. What is the soul but matter, finding light dispersed like smoke? The moment ends the night. Lucretius walked the crumbling Roman street and saw a world of terror incomplete. They slaughtered Iphigenia at the stone, for wind, so ships could sail for home. Tantum religio patuit Mos Maiorum, so much of evil flows from pious sorrow. Throw off the weight of heaven's heel, the universe is real, not wrath, not will, just matter in its motion. Not fate, not sin, just atom, void, and ocean. Rerum, Natura, the nature of all things, the truth that cuts the rope, that superstition strings. Rerum, Natura, no Tartarus below, no Elysium above, just the world we know. The fear of death is nothing, the gods have left us nothing. Rerum, Natura carries on. Death is nothing to us. What was dissolved cannot suffer, what has no senses cannot grieve. You slept before you lived, and did you weep in that darkness? Then why do you tremble at the darkness waiting at the end? He wrote 6 books to free us from the chain that priests and doggers wrapped around our brain. But Rome kept burning altars, reading birds, and Lucretius died, forgotten by his words. The irony cuts deep across the years. His atoms scattered, his philosophy in tears. Yet here his lines remain still sharp as knives. 2,000 years of atoms still alive. Rerum, Natura, the nature of all things, the truth that cuts the rope, that superstition strings. Rerum, Natura, no Tartarus below, no Elysium above, just the world we know. The fear of death is nothing, the atoms keep on spinning. Rerum, Natura carries on. Atom and void, atom and void. Nothing is lost, nothing father came to look upon the child and give it name. He did not have to speak a word of law. He simply chose to lift it or withdraw. Tollere, to raise the child from the ground. Tollere, the only word that made it found. If he turned away and left the room, the child was carried out before the noon. No magistrate was called, no court convened, no law was broken, no crime intervened. The paterfamilias held the right to give the gift of life or end it by the night. They carried them to the columnar stone and left them in the dark to wait alone. Some lived picked up by those who had a use for bodies with no name and no excuse. This was Rome. This was Rome. This was the way of things. This was Rome. The girls were first, a daughter cost a dowry, a son could carry shields and wear the laurel. They chose the column of the milk in the forum's reach, where wet nurses might find them within reach. The ones who lived were rarely given back. They filled the slave markets, they filled the track of households needing hands that asked no wage, of men who wanted bodies without age. The Romans did not call this murder. The law had not yet recognized the child until the father lifted it and named it. It had no standing, nothing to defile, until a different faith crept through the gates and saw the column with its mourning waifs, and called it what no Roman tongue had said, and began to take the living from the dead. They carried them to the columnar stone and left them in the dark to wait alone. Some lived picked up by those who had a use for bodies with no name and no excuse. This was Rome. This was Rome. This was the way of things. This was Rome. The father did not look back. The law required nothing more. The ninth day came and went as it had come and gone before.
I rise before the household stirs from sleep, the distaff in my hand, the wool to keep, the hearth fire lit, the threshold swept and clean. I hold the world that no one else has seen. I know the name of every slave by heart. I know which stores will last and which will not. this house from ceiling stone to floor. They do not write my name in any stone. They do not count the work I do alone. But nothing in this household breathes or stands without the labor passing through my hands. Lana, Litterae, wool and letters. The wool is mine, the letters theirs to keep. I spin the thread that holds this family living. I tend the flame that guards them while they sleep. This is my world within these walls. This is the Rome that no one sees at all. Half the empire runs on what I carry. Lana et Litterae, and I am Rome. I taught him how to walk before he spoke. I taught him gravity before the rhetors came. I was the first voice shaping what he'd say, long before the Forum knew his name. The wool moves through my fingers every day, the same work that my mother's mother knew. There is no shame in what these hands are for. There is no lesser thing in what I do. When the augurs rat the birds at dawn, when the Senate argues through the night, when the legions march on foreign ground, I am here, I keep the household right. The ancestors watch from their waxen frames. The hearth fire burns because I feed the flame. Rome stands on stone and marble, sword and law, and on the women no one ever saw. Lana et Litterae, wool and letters. The wool is mine, the letters theirs to keep. I spin the thread that holds this family living. I tend the flame that guards them while they sleep. This is my world within these walls. This is the Rome that no one sees at all. Half the empire runs on what I carry. Lana et Litterae, and I am Rome. The wool moves through my fingers. The day begins again. One world ends at the threshold. Mine starts here within.
From Arpinum he came without a name. No ancestor mask to hang inside his hall. No senator father, no patrician claim. Just words and the hunger of it all. He read the Greeks until the Greeks were his. He learned the courts until the courts were whole. He found that language was the only bridge that crossed the gap between a man and Rome. They called him Novus Homo, new man with a sneer, a word that meant you do not belong here. But in the Forum every head would turn when Cicero stood up to speak. and burn. Quos attendum, how long will you abuse us? Quos attendum, how long before Rome sees the word is sharper than the sharpest weapon? The truth will bring the mightiest to their knees. I am the voice the republic never silenced. I am the word that tyranny could not chain. I rose from nothing with the Latin language, and I will speak until Rome breathes again. The courts of Rome had never heard such fire. A tongue that could dismantle Vera's hold, who robbed all Sicily for his desire, and bet the orator who bared his soul. Each Catilinarian oration rang through marble halls where lesser voices died. The Senate heard the evidence and signed, no trembled as the conspiracy was tried. They called him Novus Homo, new man, but now the new man held the consulship somehow. The highest rung of Rome's long ladder climbed, buying nothing more than an extraordinary mind. Quos attendum, how long will you abuse us? Quos attendum, how long before Rome sees the word is sharper than the sharpest weapon? The truth will bring the mightiest to their knees. I am the voice the republic never silenced. I am the word that tyranny could not chain. I rose from nothing with the Latin language, and I will speak until Rome breathes again. He saved the city in his consulship year. He crushed the men who plotted in the dark. The Senate hailed him father of his country. A man of words had left his greatest mark. No legion at his back, no sword in hand, no family name carved deep in ancient stone. Just rhetoric deployed with surgical precision, the most powerful weapon Rome had ever known. He rode on duty, on the laws, on fate, on what it meant to serve the common good, on friendship, on old age, on how the state required men who understood what virtue could. He stood between the strong man and the law, between the Senate's fear and Caesar's will. A voice insisting that what Rome once was worth preserving, was defending still. How long will you abuse us? How long before Rome sees the word is sharper than the sharpest weapon? The truth will bring the mightiest to their knees. He was the voice the republic never silenced. He was the word and tyranny could not chain. He rose from nothing with the Latin language, and Rome would never hear his like again. Climb the sacred hill before the dawn. The white bull walks beside us to the flame. The temple rises golden from the stone, and three great faces look on us the same. Jupiter the thunderer sits at center, his golden throne above the city's heart. He does not smile, the gods of Rome don't smile. He watches, and the watching is his art. We We bring the grain, we bring the wine, we bring the blood. We asked for nothing, only that the pact holds good. The city lives as long as they are fed. The city falls the moment they are fled. Capitolium, the hill where heaven touches stone. Capitolium, no Roman stands before them alone. Jupiter commands the sky and all beneath it. Juno holds the city in her jealous hand. Minerva sees what mortal eyes cannot see. Three gods above the seven hills, and Rome is where they stand. Beside him on his left, Queen Juno waits. Her peacock eyes have watched 1,000 wars. She sent her sacred geese to sound the warning when Gauls crept up the capital in fear. And on his right sits Minerva, born of thought, not born of woman, sprung from Jupiter's skull. Fully armored, fully formed, fully knowing, her gray eyes never empty, never full. 3 times the consul mounts these steps in triumph. 3 times the white bull falls before the altar. 3 great faces watch the red blood flow. This is the covenant the city keeps as long as we ascend and bring our offering. The gods will keep their eyes upon our home. Capitolium, the hill where heaven touches stone. Capitolium, no Roman stands before them alone. Jupiter commands the sky and all beneath it. Juno holds the city in her jealous hand. Minerva sees what mortal eyes cannot see. 3 gods above the 7 hills, and Rome is where they stand. Rome is where they stand. Rome is where they stand. We descend the hill in silence. The bargain struck again. The gods return to watching, and we return to men. It is not faith that holds the Roman sky. It is a contract carefully maintained. The gods will grant us victory and harvest if every ritual is observed and named. The augur eats the birds at dawn precisely. The haruspex examines every liver. The pontifex makes certain every word of every prayer is spoken without shiver. For one word wrong, one gesture out of order, one festival observed on the wrong day can tear the fabric of the peace asunder and turn the gods' indifference to dismay. This is not love. The gods do not love Romans. This is a ledger balanced every year. Perform correctly and the peace continues. Neglect one line and watch what will appear. Pax Deorum, the peace that holds the sky in place. Pax Deorum, the bargain written on Rome's face. Feed them, praise them, cut the throat of every offering. Never miss a festival, never speak a crooked prayer. Pax Deorum, keep the gods from looking elsewhere, or learn what happens when they stop to stare. Down from the high passes and Lake Trasimene turned red with the Roman dead. Cannae swallowed 80,000 soldiers and Rome fell silent, staring at its dread. What ritual was broken, what god offended, what augur read the entrails inside out, what prayer was whispered when it should be shouted, what feast day passed without the proper shout. They buried 4 people alive in the Forum, 2 Greeks and 2 Gauls pressed into the earth, an offering to restore the broken contract, a price the Senate calculated worth. This was the terror. Underneath the marble the gods were real, and they were not your fathers, and they had not given Rome a permanent choice. Pax Deorum, the peace that holds the sky in place. Pax Deorum, the bargain written on Rome's face. Feed them, praise them, cut the throat of every offering. Never miss a festival, never speak a crooked prayer. Pax Deorum, keep the gods from looking elsewhere, because when they stop to stare, augur lifts his eyes, the birds fly left again, the peace holds for another day, and Rome exhales, and Rome exhales.
I tend the flame before the city wakes. I sweep the temple floor before the dawn. I was chosen when I was 7 years old, and everything I was before is gone. They called my name, Amata, beloved one. Your father's house is over now, begun. 30 years of white, 30 years of fire, 30 years of tending Rome's one pure desire. I do not weep, weeping is not done. I walk inside the house of Vesta's son. I am sacred and I am alone, and the fire is the only home I've known. Ignis Vestae, the flame that must not die. Ignis Vestae, beneath the Roman sky. While I tend the fire, the city stands unbroken. While I tend the fire, the gods keep faith with Rome. No woman in the city holds more honor. No woman in the city walks more alone. Ignis Vestae, the fire and the woman, sacred and alone. I walk the Forum and the crowd stand back. No magistrate will block me on my track. A condemned man who meets my eyes goes free. There is no woman in all Rome like me. I hold the wills of senators in trust. I intercede when the law seems seems unjust. I sit beside the consul at the games, and Rome calls out my sacred virgin names. I know what happens if the fire dies. I know what happens if a whisper flies. I have seen the earth closed over one of ours. I have seen what Rome does with its sacred powers. I tend the flame with steady, careful hands. I serve because this is what Rome demands. And when my 30 years are finally done, I will walk out into an unknown sun. Ignis Vestae, the flame that must not die. Ignis Vestae, beneath the Roman sky. While I tend the fire, the city stands unbroken. While I tend the fire, the gods keep faith with Rome. No woman in the city holds more honor. No woman in the city walks more alone. Ignis Vestae, the fire and the woman, sacred and alone. Sacred and alone. The fire keeps burning. The fire keeps burning. I keep the flame. I keep the flame.
They hang in the atrium in wooden boxes, arranged by generation, rank and year. The wax faces of every noble ancestor who earned the right to watch from in here. They watch the morning meal in silence. They watch the children learn to walk and speak. They watch the failures and the small dishonors, and every victory, however weak. No Roman of ambition eats alone. The dead sit with him at the table's head. The living measure every choice they make against the standard of their honored dead. Imagines the faces in the hall. Imagines they never sleep at all. You are not one man living in one moment. You are every man your bloodline ever made. Imagines the weight of all the ages watching from the wall until you fade, until you fade. But once a year the boxes open wider, and wax becomes the living once again. The actors come and dress in each ancestor and walk the streets in funeral procession. Then the dead consul returns in purple bordered toga. The crowd falls silent as the dead ones scan the living streets of Rome with painted faces. The boundary between the worlds grown thin. A boy of 7 watching from the roadside sees his grandfather walking with the dead. The same face from the box above the table, now moving through the crowd ahead. does not run, a Roman boy stands straight. He watches how the ancestor holds his head, and understands without a word of teaching that this is what it means to not be dead. Imagines, faces in the hall. Imagines, they never sleep at all. You are not one man living in one moment. You are every man your bloodline ever made. Imagines, the weight of all the ages watching from the wall, watching from the wall.